everyone, welcome to my Personal Finances PodCat, episode 9, where I'll be interviewing Naysan from MoneyMatch. Hi everyone, it's an honor to have Naysan to be on the show today. Naysan, who is the co-founder of MoneyMatch. Hi Naysan.
Hi, thank you very much for the introduction.
For the benefit of our audience, could you please briefly introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Naysan. I'm the co-founder of MoneyMatch. I'm also the managing partner of TH Capital. We are a family office that invests out into startups as well. And MoneyMatch is a financial technology startup. We're actually approved and licensed by Bank Malaysia, and we're in the FinTech sandbox, and now we are a fully licensed money transfer operator that's fully digital with electronic KYC as well.
How has the journey been for MoneyMatch from 2015 till today?
It's been a very interesting journey. We have a pretty traditional startup-like journey. We really started off as a PowerPoint deck, literally 4.5 years ago, where we joined the accelerator. Managed to get a grant then from WTF Accelerator for about 50,000 ringgit. We were pretty happy with ourselves because we did like, oh wow, a 10-point PowerPoint deck, and hey, we got a 50,000 ringgit grant, right? And that was the start 4.5 years ago, and wow, what a journey it's been, right? Going through the Bank Negara process as well, getting regulated. Today, we're actually now multi-regional. We're also licensed already in Brunei, as well as in Australia as well, and getting a couple more licenses. Fundraising, going through the various series and whatnot. So yeah, and we have 50 full-time staff now. So we were literally 0 full-time staff 2.5 years ago. But 2 years ago, we were 3 full-time staff. 1 year ago, we were 15 staff. Now we are 50 staff. So yeah, it's been a pretty interesting journey.
So what are some of the highlights and lowlights?
Well, the highlights is something we had pretty recently actually, which is when we graduated successfully from the Bank Negara Malaysia FinTech sandbox. It's been a 2-year journey with that, and prior to that, so we applied that for like almost 9 months. So it's been altogether about a 3-year journey. So it's definitely very satisfying to be the first startup that actually was able to graduate out of the sandbox. The only one to date actually, and no foreign backing and whatnot, all Malaysian boys, and the staff are almost like 90+% all Malaysian as well. So we feel ourselves as a real Malaysian guys, and we're very happy to bear the flag. The lowlights, wow, there were a lot. I think there's been a lot of obstacles that we faced. But a lot of it was actually very much early on. I think that's like the valley of death that people always talk about. Yeah, and basically, very early on when there was very little traction, before even the regulatory sandbox was out, we didn't really know what to do, so we just let it die off and so on and so forth. So I think that that valley of death period at the early stage was probably the hardest parts to get out of. And of course, now there's many million of obstacles and all that, but now is gaining more and more traction, and we're going regional and whatnot.
Congratulations on Kuwait Finance House adopting MoneyMatch Enterprise Solution. So what lies in the future of Ripple and BankFX?
Oh, thank you very much, first and foremost. It was actually a long time in the work as well. Working and taking the next step up and moving on from just doing retail and even business and corporates. For us, the next step of evolution actually is moving up the value chain. Moving up the value chain in terms of even doing B2B to C kind of businesses. So this is an example of B2B to C, whereby now, basically by working together with MoneyMatch, Kuwait Finance House, and hopefully quite a few more banks in the near future, will be able to offer to their customers the same price that MoneyMatch offers to our customers. And we are always shouting we are way cheaper than the banks. That means overnight, the bank gets to be the cheapest as well. And I think we hope this sparks a new evolution of bigger and bigger financial institutions, banks, and BFIs to continue working with fintechs like ourselves. It won't just be us alone, us and the other fintechs, really bringing on the next level of service.
How does MoneyMatch view the emergence of other fintech competitors?
One thing that's fairly interesting about us is that we actually had a bit of a baptism of fire. When we actually launched 2.5 years ago, Bank Negara also gave approvals to our biggest competitor, Instagram actually, and they are also a fully digital player as well. At the same time, the largest player in Malaysia, Merchant Trade, they also have their own e-remit service as well, fully online as well. So when we were born, basically, it was already a bloodbath already, right? Rates were already, margins were already being down and whatnot. But yeah, I feel it's very good. It made us who we are today. Without being born in such a red ocean market, we wouldn't be able to find our true value. And that's really been in the huge amount of corporate SME growth that we have. SMEs now make up over 85% of our entire flows actually. And we're on track to do over $1 billion on an annualized year basis already. So that's really where we found ourselves and we found our specialty. And yeah, so it made us who we are today.
What is the relationship between MoneyMatch, digital banking, and traditional banking?
The relationship. Well, right now, MoneyMatch has a relationship with traditional banks, as per one of the earlier questions as well earlier. But digital banking is something that's very new. It's coming up very big right now. Whether or not MoneyMatch will evolve to become a digital bank or not, or perhaps work with others We do not know for sure right now. But when we look at the model of digital banking out in Europe, whereby like the German digital bank N26 works very, very closely with TransferWise, who is very much a bit of the MoneyMatch model as well. You can see the real relevance over there, but how closely money transfer operators like us can actually add value and work together with digital banks, very much as part of the actual group that gets it. But it's still very, very early days. Singapore's exploring it, Malaysia has announced it as well, but I think we'll see what happens in the near future about it and what the traditional banks do about it. That's the bigger reaction that we're waiting to see.
So what is the one big audacious habit or goal that you want our audience to take action?
Okay, that's a good question, tough question. I don't know about audacious, but I think that one thing I've learned throughout the startup journey, and it's also something that I think Steve Jobs as well advocated, right? Is really about never stop learning, right? And taking up different, even though it might seem random skill sets, about like how, for example, Steve Jobs created the original fonts and whatnot, by learning out the calligraphy and whatnot at university. Same thought process as well. When you run a startup, when you run a business, you cannot just say, oh, I want to only know finance. You really got to increase your skill sets and learn as much things as possible. It's very relevant if you want to do your own business one day.
Thank you, PodCats, for listening. You can find the show notes and links on our website, mypf.my/podcat. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next week. Hasta pronto. Please don't make me laugh.
I try not to stare into your eyes too deeply.
Might not make me laugh, then like creep me out and then say I want to stop.